men want to let go because men have to be so in control, so powerful. They have to project this image. They have a secret desire to let go and be almost dominated by a very powerful woman. A lot of men have that.
Seduction is also a very loaded word, right?
It's even more uglier than power.
Seduction kind of drips with the idea that somebody is tricking someone else into doing something that they otherwise would not want to do. But seduction is hardwired into our nervous system. Seduction, to me, implies some sort of exchange. What are some of the core principles of seduction, and why do you think we have neural circuits in our brain that allow us to seduce and be seduced?
Some of it has to go back to social events long in our prehistory, which have to do with taboos. And society was initially kind of organized by a series of taboos, right? Most notably the taboo on incest. The theory of the Malinowski is that the moment a taboo enters the human brain, like you're not supposed to sleep with this woman, the desire arises inside of you to actually sleep with that woman. The sense of no, the sense that this is prohibited, stirs the desire, stirs the contrary impulses in humans. The idea that you're not supposed to desire this person stirs that actual desire. So I believe the sense of something being taboo and transgressive is the ultimate kind of origin of our desire for seduction. But seduction involves vulnerability. The paradigm for that is early childhood. So Freud talks a lot about this, but his idea was that the child is seduced by the parent. You're in an extremely vulnerable position, right? Your life depends on them. And to me, it's related to the seduction of a story. Stories are very seducing to us. We don't know where they're taking us. We don't know what the next chapter is, what's going to happen to this character or not. The surprise lowers our resistance and opens our mind up to what's going to happen next. Is a form of seduction. Fairy tales, the stories you were reading as a child, your interactions with your parents, they're deeply, deeply ingrained in you. You cannot be seduced unless you are vulnerable. I think a lot of people now in the world today, because things are so harsh and invasive, that people have become too invulnerable. They don't want to let anything in, right? And this now infects their relationships with other people. They don't want to be influenced. They want to be strong inside of themselves. They're afraid of giving in to the other person, of surrendering to their influence.
Right. I mean, from an early age, both boys and girls, men and women are coached by society on the sorts of seductive tactics and adornments, right? I mean, everything from makeup, perfume, hairstyles, cars, watches, jewelry, expression, power displays of any kind. I mean, that stuff, the world's filled with.